The year 1947 witnessed a seismic event in South Asia, the partition of British India into two independent nations, India and Pakistan. This monumental event, etched in history with both jubilation and bloodshed, continues to shape the destinies of millions. It was a moment of unparalleled joy for those yearning for self-rule. Yet it was a time of unimaginable sorrow for those caught in the crossfire of communal violence. The partition, a hasty and ill-prepared endeavor, triggered one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions found themselves uprooted, their lives irrevocably altered as they were forced to cross newly drawn borders. It was a period of unimaginable suffering, with estimates of those displaced ranging from 10 to 14 million. The birth of these two nations marked the end of an era. It signified the twilight of the British Empire and the dawn of a new age in the Indian subcontinent. This essay delves into the intricacies of this historical juncture, exploring the factors that led to the partition, the brief golden eras of both nations, and the long shadow cast by this momentous event. The seeds of partition were sown long before 1947. They lay dormant in the fertile ground of religious and cultural differences, germinating under the scorching sun of British imperial policies. The British, through their infamous divide and rule strategy, exacerbated existing tensions between Hindus and Muslims. The demand for a separate Muslim state gained momentum in the early 20th century. The Muslim League, led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, argued that the Muslim minority in a unified India would be marginalized and their cultural and religious identity threatened. They envisioned a separate homeland where Muslims could prosper and practice their faith freely. The Indian Congress, initially opposed to the idea of partition, advocated for a united and secular India. However, as communal tensions escalated, the Congress leadership, including Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi, reluctantly accepted the inevitability of partition. The final decision to divide the subcontinent was made in haste, with little regard for the complexities on the ground. The Radcliffe Line, hastily drawn to demarcate the borders between India and Pakistan, sowed the seeds of future conflicts and enduring animosity. Post-independence, India embarked on an ambitious journey to establish itself as a democratic republic. Led by Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, the nation adopted a socialist-inspired economic model and a policy of non-alignment in the Cold War. Nehru envisioned a modern, secular and industrialized India. His government invested heavily in education, infrastructure and heavy industries. The Green Revolution, a period of significant agricultural growth, transformed India's ability to feed its burgeoning population. However, challenges remained. Poverty, illiteracy and social inequalities continued to plague Indian society. The spectre of communal violence lingered, and the unresolved issue of Kashmir cast a long shadow over India's relations with Pakistan. Section 4. The Golden Era of Pakistan, Jinnah's Dream and its Unraveling. Pakistan, under the leadership of its founding father, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, emerged as a nation founded on the principle of providing a homeland for the Muslims of the subcontinent. Jinnah, revered as Quaid-e-Azam, Great Leader, envisioned a democratic and progressive Pakistan. The early years of Pakistan saw a surge in economic activity as refugees from India brought their skills and entrepreneurial spirit. Karachi, the first capital, flourished as a major port and commercial hub. However, Pakistan faced its own set of challenges. Jinnah's vision of a secular and democratic Pakistan was dealt a blow with his untimely death in 1948. Political instability fueled by military coups and ethnic tensions hampered Pakistan's progress. Section 5. Shadows of the Past, the Legacy of Partition. The partition of India and Pakistan left an indelible mark on the subcontinent. The mass displacement, the communal violence, and the psychological trauma continue to haunt the collective memory of both nations. The partition remains a sensitive issue, often exploited for political gain. The unresolved issue of Kashmir has become a major flashpoint between India and Pakistan, leading to several wars and continuous military tensions. The nuclearization of both countries has added another layer of complexity to this volatile relationship. The legacy of partition is also evident in the social fabric of both countries. The experience of displacement, the loss of homes and loved ones, and the shared history of violence have created a sense of mistrust and suspicion that continues to this day. Section 6. A hope for the future? Despite the enduring legacy of partition, there is a glimmer of hope for a more peaceful and prosperous future. Both India and Pakistan are members of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, or SARC, a platform for regional collaboration. Civil society organizations and individuals on both sides of the border are working tirelessly to promote peace, understanding, and reconciliation. Cultural exchanges, student exchanges, and people-to-people contact are helping to bridge the divide. Section 7. Conclusion. Two nations, shared histories, uncertain futures. The partition of India and Pakistan was a watershed moment in the history of the subcontinent. It was a culmination of historical forces, political expediency, and communal tensions. The birth of these two nations came at a great human cost, leaving behind a legacy of pain, displacement, and mistrust. Despite the challenges, both India and Pakistan have made significant strides in their own right. India, a vibrant democracy, is an emerging global power. Pakistan, despite its internal struggles, remains a strategically important nation. The future of India and Pakistan is intertwined. It is a future that hinges on their ability to overcome the shadows of the past and forge a new path of peace, cooperation, and mutual respect. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, but the possibility of a brighter future remains, a future where the shared histories of these two nations serve not as a source of division, but as a foundation for lasting peace and prosperity. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content.